Comrades, you watched me put together the Gelgoog Jager. It was a fun build, but is it a fun kit? Like, do the joints really work well, or are the details really that great? It's time for After Report. Okay, so here we have the Gelgoog Jager, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a kit that I had seen and wanted. I've always wanted a Gelgoog kit, but the Gelgoog Jager really kind of speaks to me on the just the plain detail and design here. But it's also a very, very different kit compared to your Zaku's and your Goofs and all that. This one actually has a lot more, like, it's got some interesting designs here. Look, you can see where it borrows from a little bit of everything, like with the Zaku and the Gelgoog, or the Goof. We do get some Dom design as well here. So, I mean, you can see that Zeon really kind of put some of the best of all of their suits in this mobile suit. But this model kit right here was a very fun build for me, guys. Not too long. I'd say probably about 2.5, maybe 3 hours tops. With the build time, excluding like talking and all that, but it's a very well designed suit, a very well designed kit in my regards as far as like design wise, because everything worked together so well, everything came together so well. There was very little struggle I had, other than a couple of pieces here that really are kind of tedious, like especially stuff on the back here. The backpack's not bad. We've got some great design there as well. This little antenna worries me a little bit just because of how thin it is. There, I'll put my finger there so y'all can kind of get a better view. But that's the antenna right there, and you can see that it's very thin. Like, I'm afraid that if I grab it the wrong way or if it falls, it's going to break that really easy. So that's just one of my concerns there. If it ever breaks, I'll come up with some way to fix it. But these fuel tanks here is what I think that's what those are. Those are fuel tanks, I believe. They're also really kind of finicky to get into the backpack. You almost feel like you're going to break them pushing them in because they go in really tight. But other than that, it wasn't a terrible part. The antenna on the top here plus the fin. I'm trying to see if my camera's doing all kinds of work today other than what I want it to. But you can see here those two things right there. They go in super easy, but they also come out super easy. So be careful with those if you're ever like playing around with the kit here. So as y'all can see there, just really good design though as far as it goes. Color-wise, I love the color scheme, the old Char Aznable look, without being a Char Aznable kit. This isn't a Char Aznable kit. You know, people see the coloration and they're thinking, oh, this is a Char kit. Nope, totally not a Char kit. This is a one of its own. It's one of Zeon's custom suits with, you know, with a color scheme that match Char's. It comes with one accessory out of everything, you know, so there's not a whole lot of accessories with this kit. You get one gun and one hand, but we'll talk about those in a little bit more in detail there. So let's go ahead and talk about the posability of this kit. This kit has some great posability, but it gets limited on with these shoulder pads here. As you can see, that's about as far as you can get the arms out, which doesn't bother me any. The head's kind of stuck in between these two collar pieces here, so you really only get like a limited turn on the head. Plus, you have to be really careful with the head here because, like I said, you got some pieces here that really don't sit well or come out super easy. A little glue will fix that, and I may glue those in place here at a later date. Just want to keep them loose right now till I get it on a stand. Waist-wise, it has a really good turning waist. Not too terrible there. It looks like it's trying to come off the waist right now. So let me try to make sure that doesn't happen there. And you do have some smaller pieces here, like these vents, or these Verners here. Trying not to lose it as I try to put it back in place. They will pop out on you. They are meant to move, though. However, like I said, you do get a little wiggle room with those, as you can see there. You got two in the back that do not move, and one on the bottom that does not move as well. You also get 2 or 3 little tiny ones here, as you can see on the sides there. And on the bottom, we also have an interesting design here. These do not move as well, but they're still pretty nice. Kick out wise, the leg really can't kick out too far. I'm showing y'all pretty much the maximum kick out. It's really heavy though, so it will not do any kind of high kick posing or anything like that. The suit does not really bode well for balancing, just because of how heavy it is. The legs themselves are super heavy and chunky, which is a design from the Dom. Like, the Dom really does give it some does lend a couple of parts to this. I can't talk today, guys. Sorry. Again, posability. We do have some great pieces here to pose, including some front skirting that moves pretty well. The back skirting does not move. It's pretty much stuck in place. But we do have really good posability. The arms do rotate pretty well without too many issues, so you can rotate that arm. Again, you can kind of bend the arm out to get your shot the way you want it. And this kit does have an extra hand that you can pose with the rifle, so you can actually have it holding the rifle with that extra hand there. And again, only one extra hand here, so you don't get an open hand for the left hand side or right hand side there, right hand side. But you can have it holding its rifle like that right there with this extra hand, which really works out well. Pose wise, it does pose pretty well. And again, there goes that antenna, that little crest there. A little glue's gonna fix that along the way. Hopefully. That is my only annoyance with this kit, is there are so many pieces here that just do not stay in place unless you like glue them in place, and I'm gonna have to probably glue this in place because it's just not wanting to go back the way I want it to. There, I got it back in. I got it back in for now. It's a really good kit for what I paid for it. I mean, it's not an expensive kit either. I want to say this one was like a $20 at most. So just a beauty of a kit, guys. Like I said, posability is probably its biggest strength there. Details, not too bad either. These fuel tanks do not pose well. They stay stuck in place. You can kind of rotate them out as you move them, but really just nothing fancy there. And again, like I said, the legs do have some playability to them. You can actually bend the knee to a degree, but it only bends so far because of that right there. You know, that back skirting there. But again, everything holds together smoothly aside from just a couple of detail pieces here. These little detail pieces are definitely going to need a little glue if you want to hold them in for the long haul. But one of the cool features here that we get, and I can't really show it to you too well here, is that mono eye, which is kind of hidden by the visor here. And I don't know whether it's just I haven't got the visor on properly or if it's just really buried in there, but there is a very, very clear mono eye right there. There, you can see it there. That's actually a clear plastic piece versus being a sticker. I love that. We don't normally get that with the model kits as well. So that's something from an older kit. The older generation tends to focus more on the clear plastic versus the newer generations just plain old decal. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all there is to talk about this kit. You know, aside from like some simple posability and some really well detailed pieces, this kit was a super easy build and a super simple design. Just not something that I absolutely dislike. One thing I have to show though, and I just noticed this before I end, is that extra inclusion of more jets in the back skirting here. I thought that was really cool too. But anyway, yeah, that's the kit in a nutshell, and there's that crest again. Alright, comrades, that's it for today's review. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Tune in next week as I review the F01 Messer Type F01. This is an HG kit from the Hathaway series, guys, and it is a big, bulky box, which tells me it's going to be a big, bulky kit. I haven't built the thing yet because I always build on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's Sunday morning at 10:53 in the morning as I'm finishing up this filming. But guys, I always do my builds Sunday night at 8 p.m. on the OG Gunpla Hangar. I've seen a few imitations floating around there, guys, but trust me, mine's the fun one. You're going to enjoy it. So come tune in, watch some of Gunpla Hangar, watch me build a Gundam kit. But anyway, comrades, that's it for today's video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my socials. There is a link tree in the description below that will take you to all of those socials, as well as to my merch shop, where you can snag some KBG merch to help support the channel. Ooh, I choked a little bit. Check that out. Also, go check out my wonderful sponsor, Debbie. Debbie has an amazing energy drink that helps me focus, helps me stay, like, you know, going throughout my streams, my builds, my adventures, everything I do on Debbie, guys. They have some amazing energy, amazing flavors like the Beach and Peach and the Dragonade, both two of my favorite flavors. They also have a great hydration formula in the Monkey Madness. Good, keeps me focused, keeps me quenched of my thirst. Very great. But anyway, comrades, go check them out and save you some money, guys. Use my coupon code Kouldbayne for 10% off your purchase. Again, that is Kouldbayne for 10% off any purchase of Debbie products, guys. That is anything from their drinks to some hoodies to some stickers. Anything you buy, you get 10% off, comrades. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Much love, and das vidanya.